Time to talk social etiquette. When it comes to splitting the bill. You know, when you're out at dinner with a group of friends, say on a Saturday night, everyone's there, orders an entree and main, not so much anymore, but sometimes a dessert. The meal is over, the food was amazing, the conversation entertaining, everyone is satisfied. And then comes the bill. What is the most socially acceptable etiquette in this situation? And I tell you what, I've found that this differs depending on the social group. Personally, I believe the total bill should be split by the number of people at the table and paid accordingly. However, I find it all too common for people, and I guess I can call them tight asses, who prefer to only pay for what they ate or drank that night. Only! Causing confusion and frustration at the dining table, as everyone then has to work out how much they owe based on what they ate. What do you prefer? Let us know on the Troy Murphy Show Facebook page. Now, before anyone gives me grief, I totally see the logic behind both arguments. I totally get it, ladies and gentlemen. I do. For the tight asses, those people who would like to only pay for what they had, I get it. You probably didn't eat and drink as much as everyone else. Why should you pay more for their gluttonous eating and drinking habits? I hear you. Because more often than not, I will have a soda water or two with my dinner, far less expensive than the 2 or 3 cocktails someone else drank. You know, while they're tripping over the chair to the bathroom. But that's just the way it is. On the other side of the coin, I have a rule when I go out to a restaurant, and this rule is that I only ever order things I can't make easily at home. So, while someone will only order a steak or a chicken parmigiana, or as I like to call them, chickens in pajamas, always confuses the waitress. And I get a giggle. Yep, I'm mature. Look, I won't order the steak or the chicken parmigiana when I'm out. I will order the duck or the seafood dish that's available on the menu. Not only is it yummier, but I can't cook it at home, and it's a little bit more expensive. Of course, in situations like this, there is always that one person who takes advantage of the evenly split bill situation and drinks more or eats more because he or she will not end up paying for it all. I understand this. That's why the law of the land in this situation is that they're simply not invited next time. They can meet after dinner if they want to socialise. Firm but fair logic there, ladies and gentlemen. Firm but fair. And to those people who are bite-sized eaters, you know, don't eat too much compared to everyone else, well, that's your tough luck. Either deal with it or starve yourself before going out. Simple! I think I've spent most of this rant defending the evenly split bill option, and that's because it's not the easiest option when it comes to a social dining experience, but it's also the one that is more socially acceptable and ticks all the right boxes when it comes to social etiquette. And just quietly, it also saves arguments. Well, more so than spending an hour after dinner is finished working out who owes what and how much to whom. Sometimes I would like to point out, more often in this situation, everyone pays cash. If your total came to $44, for instance, and you hand over a $50 note, unless there's a fiver in the kitty, don't expect or demand change, and essentially don't demand the exact $6 change. That's just insane. Consider it a tip to the poor waiter or waitress who you had to look after, or who had to look after your table. Be the bigger person and don't embarrass yourself in front of your friends by squabbling over loose change. If you can't afford to eat out, you should have stayed at home with your baked beans and your 2-minute noodles. Rant over! You're listening to The Troy Murphy Show.